Alright, so my first video here for you watch freaks. Never made one. I might never again. I just thought it'd be kind of fun. I was going to show you the box, but I thought probably Prison would have a real issue with that, so I let it go. This is the Seiko SBDC033, or the Seiko Sumo Blue Dial Edition, also known as the Blumo. This is it. What a fantastic piece. One of probably my nicest watch to date at this point. The most expensive retail, not the most expensive for the price that I paid. Get to focus to look at the S on the crown. Man, that's beautiful. So just a really nice piece. You have the blue matte dial there, which is just fantastic. I love the hands, very luminous. Those hands actually are pretty incredible. They're super bright when you first loom it up. It fades rather quick but lasts a long time. Over the course of a night's sleep, I can see that thing in the morning, which is pretty incredible. The finish on the dial is kind of a matte finish, which you can see there. Many of you have this watch, you know what I'm talking about. The bracelet at 20 millimeters I thought would be small. Thought it would look a little small against my wrist. It really doesn't. I don't know. I have thin wrists for being such a big guy, but I don't think it's too bad. Here, I'll throw it on the wrist there. You can take a look. I don't think it's bad at all. So, you know, there you go. It's not too bad. I'm not trying to be gaudy with my watches. They're for me. They're not really for anybody else. So I think it works, and I think it really allows the watch really to be the centerpiece as opposed to the bracelet. The bracelet's really nice. It's got the pinch clasp here. Works really well. It's really easy. I heard some complaints about some wiggle kind of being in here. There's a little bit of play, but not much. I don't know where that was coming from. It has the lockdown clasp part 2 with Seiko engraved there. And if you look closely, you can probably see already one desk dive mark. That's cool. It happens. And then you have the expansion here. So from the underside, you just have to pull up this right here and it'll expand. See if I can get it to work here on camera. Oh, a little harder, so I'm gonna go off. There we go. So you can see it pops out, and then you release the little clasp from the top, little hook. You can see the little hook there. See that hook? Release the hook and it expands out, put over your wetsuit. I don't think I need a wetsuit at work. I probably will never use that, but it's there for the more adventurous types. I'm not a diver. To get it back on there, you put the hook back over. As you can see there, get it in focus, get the hook back over there, push this back down flat, boom, boom, and boom. On the back side, you have just the really nice case back coming to expect from Seiko. You have the tsunami wave there, Seiko, the serial number I'm covering up. You know what you'd come to expect from the Blumo. But I love the sides here. It's a little dirty from my hands. Get it polished up. The side is just really incredible. The side of the case. So you have this brushed right across the middle, right? Nice brushed finish, which is good because that's the probably part that's gonna hit stuff. That's gonna get a little scratched up, and then it's really high polished just north and south of that. Really nice feature there. Really makes it pop. The top, I think, is it's all brushed. I think it looks really good on the wrist. A little bit of high polish right along there, and you have the same thing on the crown side. And you have the high polish, the brushed, and the high polished. Again, dirty from my fingerprints. Those are not scuffs. That's just nice and pretty. So that's the case. Really nice watch. Quite heavy. I was gonna say too on the sides, like I love the way it has this kind of bezel guard kind of built in there on each side. Goes up over the bezel. You can really only turn it from here. It's not super easy to turn. It takes a little bit of force. You really got to pinch and turn, but it's definitely workable. Unidirectional, can't go back. 120 clicks. Very, very functional there. It does what it needs to do. You want to time something, your oxygen perhaps. I don't have a need for that. And then on the front and back is where you have really where you can grip the bezel, where there's no crown guard. Really easy to grip. I read some complaints and saw some videos, some complaints where guys kind of had a bit of a hard time gripping it. They didn't seem to think that there was enough grip. It hasn't been a problem for me. Maybe if your hands were wet, if you're underwater, I don't know. But it seems to work okay for me. I think probably the hardest thing about this watch, the biggest pain in the butt, was sizing this sucker. It has you see the pins there. It has a pin and collar system. That was a bit interesting to get used to. After I did it once, did one side, I kind of figured out a groove and got it working pretty easily. Not too bad. Screw down crown, what you'd expect from any really good diver. Screw down crown. You got to turn it a number of times to get it out. Once it's done, you twist it clockwise to wind. This is something I noted in a post on this watch, that is just really smooth, kind of amazingly smooth. You can kind of feel the clicks in there, but it is so much better than the other watch that I have. Just the smoothness of it is really good. There's no wiggle there. It has a slight wiggle. Nothing that you'd be worried about. Pretty typical. I don't think you're going to find one that's completely solid. 2 clicks to get out to set the time. As you can see, second-hand stops. It is hacking. I really enjoy hacking. You can really set a watch to times that way. Set the time much easier. So you set your time, put it back in, you're good to go. Pull it out one step, obviously, is the date. Counterclockwise moves the date. It's not the 23rd. I got to reset this thing. That's fine. To get it back in, push that crown in just a little bit. Give it a little twist. Starts to grab. And a number of, I'm not getting it there. Number of turns, and it'll lock right down. There you go. Good and locked. You got the nice S going on there. Nice polish. Beautiful watch. So overall, I've been wearing it for pretty much 4 straight days. It's running about 8 seconds fast currently. We'll see if that improves over time. I anticipated a little break-in period. It might settle in somewhere well within specs. No concern there. The Seiko is just phenomenal. I don't think you have to worry a whole lot about that. But this is the Blumo. It's pretty great. I'm really liking it. It's hard to take it off to put on something else. I was going to say the weight. The weight's kind of heavy. My girlfriend was like, "Oh my God, this thing's super heavy." But then I grabbed my Orient, Planet Orient, the orange dial, orange bezel, black dial, orange bezel. I think that might be a tad heavier. I think they're really comparable. Both are on a bracelet. Not too bad. Once I get it on the wrist, it actually is not too bad. I have it at a nice kind of a tight setting. So tight adjustment, so it doesn't really wiggle too much there. It's not moving around. You can hear a little rattle there. That's just the bracelet, but it's working. It's a great watch. Really excited. That's my review. It's probably pretty terrible. For that, I'm sorry. It's not really a review. It's kind of fun for you guys. I was gonna do a little unboxing, but I thought that was a little much. But that's the Blumo. It's phenomenal. I can't say enough about it. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed the short little video. My first, probably my last. It's good to go, though. Take care, guys. See you later.